want our dog to fetch it and drop it. We want to fix it ourselves. And actually fix it. We want to order the market price lobster and know the market price of the lobster. How much is it? Sadly, we can't have it all, except at sport limits where we check in with the pros and men's hair and totally check out. You were uninterrupted relaxation. Sport clips. It's a game changer.
Was there ever a time when you were like, oh my God, car insurance shop is fun? Yeah. But Experian has a whole new way to do it. It's called the Experian Insurance Marketplace. They have this new ongoing rate monitoring feature that keeps you informed when you're all I had to do was
Hello, give me a few more minutes.
Take your time.
provider.
We'll just listen to this commercial.
One and done. Even Experian does all that for free.
Oh, just to let you know, Google is telling me that today is the start of Hispanic Heritage Month. I'm not sure what Hispanic means, but I think it means someone who was taken over by Spain and they speak Spanish. So I will say happy Hispanic Heritage Month to you.
Thank you, madam.
De nada.
Okay, folks, ladies and gentlemen, let's give a little recap of the market of what happened last week, last Friday. All right. Trump safe. Suspect in custody as FBI investigates apparent attempted assassination. Yeah, they're just trying to get rid of Trump. All right. So let me get rid of Connie.
And that is we're laughing at the situation, people, not the fact that there was an assassination attempt.
Right.
Of course, we think it's terrible. And I'm just laughing at the fact that like it's kind of like
A joke.
yeah, like why are all these people like first of all trying to kill Trump? And second of all, like it seems like the FBI is a little bit incompetent. I don't want to say it just seems like people are getting close enough so that they can just easily
That
like
they're gonna
shoot him.
succeed. That they're gonna
Yeah,
succeed.
like it just seems kind of cray that you could get that close to be able to like almost shoot the president, then shoot him in the ear, like and now they said this guy had an AK-47 and like he was basically like about to it just seems a little cray. Like it's kind of like everybody knows his schedule and they can just walk up to him like that.
You
It
might
seems
as
a
well
little
just walk
weird.
up to him because they don't even know how to do their job.
So something weird's going on
Mhm.
that's their job to protect the president, like the Secret Service. That's their number one job to protect presidents, ex-presidents, and people who are running to be president. So you
Mm.
know, you would think yes, Trump is kind of like it's opinionated and a lot of people are probably like love him and a lot of people hate him, but you would think they would have it under control. He's not the first person to be out there like that.
You can say that again. All right, so let's get this party going. We're gonna do it short and sweet, hopefully. So like I was saying, a recap, close to 1% for the Dow Jones, close to 0.5% to the S&P, and a little bit over 50%, 0.50% for the NASDAQ. As you can see, as I've been harping along all along, the VIX is kind of cray, going up and down like no tomorrow. So it's a very volatile month. Keep an eye on the VIX. folks, because it's gonna go up and down like crazy, especially this week when Jay Powell talks, I believe is on Wednesday, when he's gonna have his little meeting saying yay or nay, or 0.25% cut. So that's gonna be the focus of this week. For that day, I would say manage your risk even more and try not to go crazy trading because there's a lot of volatility that day, especially when he talks or gives notes. So just keep that in the back pocket. Okay, so the futures for, oh, where's my pre-market thing? I guess the pre-market thing is not here, but we'll put that. I don't see the pre-market. Oh, right here. Look. Hello, click. Not letting me click. Anyway, if it doesn't let me click, we'll move on. All right, no pre-market. It hovers and then it goes away. Not working for me. There you go. Okay, so not much of a change for tomorrow. Let's see. That's Europe. Anyway, it doesn't matter. Just keep an eye on the volatility, and then let's get this top 5 and top winners and losers. I have put up the SPY here for you guys because it's at a very interesting point. It didn't break all-time highs, but it's about to. And this is where you kind of want to watch out for this. Will it finally break the all-time highs, or will it reject it? If it breaks it, this thing is going to go up. If it doesn't, it's going to go back down and maybe over here again or something. But this is what you want to watch out for because it has rejected it twice. It's looking like it's going to hit it. Let's see if it does it this week for on the weekly. That's what I have now. The Q is kind of in a very similar situation, but not as all-time highs as the SPY. It looks like it's starting to break out of this zone that it has, but it's been going lower highs, higher mountain here, lower mountain here, but it reversed here. So that's another kind of like, will it break this level here again? And then it continues to go up. So this is why this week is kind of important because they don't want to let, traders down or the market down. They want to keep things very positive, at least until the election is over or the year is over. And then that's when you want to see what's really going to be going down with this market. For the time being, they just want to keep everybody happy in this like cloud of everything's perfect. Okay, so let me go back to here. And then let me put this on the daily. All right. So the winner, according to my list, was Peloton, Car, Uber, and Wayfair. And when you see these non-profitable stocks do well, that's not a good sign because things shouldn't be going this crazy up, especially these stocks shouldn't be moving so positive. So that tells you something's going on. But they had a really good day on Friday, and you can tell all of them they're not great. They're not the greatest. So even here you got Walgreens open. So winners these were the winners, but they're really losers in my book. For the losers, we got Boeing. I believe this was because of the strike. I don't know if they fully went into strike, but basically Boeing can't win. no matter what they do right now, they're not looking good. Uh, they've been beaten like a horse, like a dead horse. Let me see, where is it right here? Oh, it should be this. Okay. You can see it already broke the level that we were eyeing. So it did a bottom break down. I'm trying to go zoom a little bit more to see what the next potential level. And this thing is acting up. But the potential level is, sorry guys, technical difficulties. Okay, can't view it. Let's see if I can see it on the weekly better. Okay, so here it is. Flat bottom break. So the next level that we have is around this 125 area. And it hit that back in 2022 of November and May. So that's where it's heading. Don't buy anything until you see it hit this area right here. This thing has been going down, very hard candles, and it's not worth it yet, especially now with this other scenario that they have going on the strikes. DraftKings, a little surprised by this. I thought it was going to be doing well, especially now with the NFL start ramping up, and it looks like it actually. So even though it had this air quotes bad day, it kind of looks really good to me. It's about to break this. It already kind of broke this level. So actually, this thing is going to start going up, if you ask me. So this one is the good one to watch out for. Maybe put it in your notes for a potential long. American Airlines kind of did a reversal on me, but it's been doing really good. So I guess it needed this down day, but it's been going up, up, up. And hopefully it continues on its trajectory. Rivian, haven't actually seen this in a long time, but basically, I don't even know how this thing is still 1351, but we had talked about this a long time ago that this thing is going nowhere. Because if Tesla's not doing good, how is this thing still like
They
alive?
got an infusion of funds from I think it's Volkswagen.
Oh, maybe that's why. Oh, so
Yeah.
this is why. I guess
Volkswagen saved them the last time. This past, what was it, like a month ago or whenever.
you're right. I did
Uh.
hear about that. It is on hard buy for some reason, but yes, it did have good earnings. August 6th, and this is why it's still kind of floating up. It's a cheap stock. You can keep an eye on it, but this one is sort of a little bit volatile as well. Freshly Pet still up in the 100s. Not sure how this is still really up there. I don't know how many people are really buying this fresh pet fake food, but hey, here you have it. It's still there. Beyond Meat is 625. Again, we don't know how this is still alive, but it's still alive. Let's look at the zoning, Amazoni, Meta, and yes. So again, we have this top right here. It sort of did a breakout, if you ask me, a little bit breaking of this mountain. It could continue to go up, especially if they want to bring it up for the election. Here was a good buying opportunity on Friday if you got it at the bottom. And yeah, oh, actually that's on a weekly, but yeah, it's been doing it did fairly decent on the last week. And you can see it here better. Yeah, so it did. I believe this is sort of breaking out now. So I think even though it had this little hanger on Friday, which could bring it down in maybe in a day or two, but it's been strong. Let's look at Mrs. Green favorite stock, Meta. It didn't have a bad day, really. 0.33 didn't really move much. You can even see it here. It kind of stayed the same as the day before,
It's still very strong.
but it's strong.
It's above
And
500.
don't mess with it. If you're gonna short it when everything's going down, like like what happened here. But other than that, this is just like auto zone. Don't mess with this or auto zone. Don't go against the grain, even if you have a hardship against it, because there's no sense in that. You don't want to, even if you have like a deep grudge in your mind, doesn't matter what you think. It's what the market's going to do, what the market's going to do. And you should be never go against the trend, but with the trend. So that's the best thing you can do for yourself, folks. Our buddy here, NVDA, which has been again the star of the year and a half. This was a good buying opportunity again here. You can see that it had gone here before. This was the best area to purchase it, but it gave you an opportunity here. It's still, again, starting to move back up. We'll see if it breaks this level, and that will be the determinant. People still may want to still, buy a little bit and then maybe get it all the way to the top and then bring it back down again. This thing has gone, I believe, more than 250% return. So, you know what I mean? Apple. Our dear friend Apple. It's been kind of level, not, it hasn't been the strongest of all the Magnificent Seven, but it's keeping up there. It's trying to maintain. If you got this and you still holding on or you sold it up here, that was probably the best thing you could do. You could have done. Hey, let me get some here. Boom, and you made some good deal of money. It's starting to curve back up again, and like I said, maybe that was a good buying opportunity. Let's see what these market makers are going to do this week, especially with the Fed talking. Our buddy Tesla, I believe somebody was trading this recently. The wave has been going up. It still is acting strong, if you ask me. But don't, get too comfortable with Tesla. One day it could be up, and then the next thing you're doing is down. But for the time being, it's been doing really good, and it doesn't disappoint, especially if you get it on the right side of the trend. So keep that in the back of your mind. Lucid is right there next to it. Softy is another Magnificent Seven. I think the next one that I'm going to look at is Google, is one that I've been eyeing because they had really good levels, or it was approaching a level that I was very interested in. I had mentioned this before, that I thought Softy was at a good area to buy, and look it, after I had mentioned it, boom, it has 4 days going up. So you can see it kind of broke out already. The next level that you could kind of get here, watch out for, is 447 around, so, and then definitely up here. And I think it'll get back up there for, again, the election. And that's what they want to do. They want to keep everybody at least happy that everything's fine and dandy. Let's see, I'm going to look at Google and call it a day. Let's see, Google. Google. Oops, my God, what's wrong with my computer? It's not refreshing. It's frozen in time. All right, let's see if I can find it here. There it is. Sorry, guys, I apologize for my slowness here in the computer. Yep, as I had mentioned, it was really good. I think I said this a couple of days ago, and I said, hey, watch out for this. And look, it had gap up 3 days in a row after I had mentioned this. It had a hammer here, boom, boom. It's gonna continue. It's gonna at least get to here. So just watch out for this. Let's see what happens tomorrow if it keeps up this momentum. You know, it might reverse a little bit, but I think it's gonna continue to go up. This was the day that I had mentioned it, that was probably the best day to get Google because it had gone down so much and now it's picking back up. So watch out for Google, guys. It's starting to head in the very good momentum. Let's look at our friend. We looked at Meta from Netflix. We haven't looked at Nikete in a bit. Let's look at that and then we'll call it quits. Oh, so Miss Green had mentioned this when we were looking at Nikete, and it looks like, you know, it was here kind of bouncing around for a minute, had this excessive like news that I forget why it did this gap. It turned around, but now it's looking like it's starting to catch up a little bit. So I would also keep a watch on Nikete because it's starting to do a little curve up here, and this is a good buying zone that we have identified here. Obviously, if you can get it around here, it would be the best. But just watch out for Nikete because it might start curving up, even though, let's see, like the earnings weren't as fabulous. But again, if the market makers want to bring this up, that's what they're going to do. All right, folks. Sorry for the technical difficulties. I hope you maybe learned a little bit today. Keep an eye on those magnificent sevens. Keep an eye on the Fed today. Not much earnings, but the thing to watch out for is that volatility, and manage your risk, and everything will be fine. Just don't stay on anything too long that you're and that's the best thing that I can recommend. I hope you all have a great and excellent, and we will see you in the next episode. Give a like, a subscribe, and a comment. We really appreciate that. Bye-bye.